think so. Why am I so bright white?
Oh, it stinks of him.
Huh? That's really blurred out, look.
Let's get some product placement in here. If Taylor turns his Costa coffee cup around, then we can pretend that Costa
Oh, look
is
at
50p. What's that?
Oh. It's really blurred out. It's because it's so bright, is it? Is that the sun?
It's
Oh,
probably
no,
just
the
the way
sun,
the
the
sun's
sun.
in our eyes.
Okay.
Sun gets in my eyes. Da da dee da da dee 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 da 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 dee da da.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming in through my window, so.
Hello!
Are we live?
Yeah, yeah, just put that down.
No, I think I need to be over this. It'll need to be flapped over this one. Excuse me.
We got 13 people.
Yay! Hello,
Second.
13 people.
Hey!
Oh, this doesn't work.
Look, it's really
This
bright.
says I can go around there, but I can't. So what's happening?
I don't know.
Sat nav issues.
No, that's fine. So you need
M40
to be...
South. I want to be, don't I?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, fellas. Hey,
Hey, guys.
boys. Hey, from Canada. Canada.
We're in the car again.
Yeah.
Was it literally exactly this time last week that we were in the car last time, coming back from almost the same place? But yeah,
Somebody
Pete
lost my purple
has,
telly.
Pete's dropped his guts in the car. It
Hello,
stinks.
Italy. Hello from LA.
Wow, it's global.
Hey, Texas.
So, right, so we're going to be in the car for about an hour.
If there's somebody behind us is watching this stream.
I hope so.
driving.
That would be cool.
Oh, we're the Leather Twins.
We are. We're dressed up.
Pennsylvania,
we're doing a Right
India,
Said Fred tribute band.
Colorado, Spain.
Spain.
I should be sleeping. No, shouldn't. Indonesia.
What's the
North Carolina, Germany,
North
Australia.
Carolina.
Live from your mother's house.
Yeah.
Say hi to my dad.
Yes.
Österreich, Sweden. California, San Jose, California.
Okay, I get it.
West
YouTube
Liberty,
is amazing.
Ohio. Milton Keynes. That's where we just come from.
So yeah, we've just been to Bernie Marsden's house. Well, we've been there most of the day.
Oh yeah.
Looking at guitars and his new book and eating his food and just generally enjoying ourselves.
Absolutely.
So, come on, you got us for an hour.
Okay.
So ask questions. We were having a really interesting thing on the way up here. I'm going to start it off.
Here we got another one. Love you guys here in Newfoundland. Thank you very much, Kyle.
So we were using the analogy of a man with an extraordinarily large appendage. And we were sort of talking about guitar players and saying, if you had a big appendage and you decided to get it out a lot and wave it around a lot unnecessarily, you'd be like Edwin Malmsteen.
Yeah.
And then you potentially, we were saying, well, who do we think's got like a big appendage but like doesn't get it out a lot? And we were saying it's people like Kirk Fletcher, funnily enough, was the one that we were talking about. So we'll throw that over to you for the first 5 minutes of this. Which guitar player do you think got the big licks, but just chooses to just, like, here's a little flang, you know I've got it, I know you know I've got it. I'm just going to give you a taste now, I'm going to rein it back in. And who's the guitar player that just gets it out all the time and batters people around the face with it?
And while you guys think about that, we've got a question from something I can't read. Sean, something Cops fan 1. What do you guys think of Leonard Skinner? Over to you, Lee. I think it's all right. I think it's
well, I've got my wife's got God and Guns. Is it Guns and God or God and Guns, whichever album it is?
Guns N' Roses.
And it's just got some classic American rock tunes on it. I know there's stories about, the sort of the deep south and racist-y kind of thing about Sweet Home Alabama or anything. I don't know anything about that, and obviously would not agree with any of it if that was the case. But as a band, I think they've done some cool tunes. Freebird, used to do Freebird in a covers band when I was a kid, and like the guitar solo would just go on for like 15 minutes, and then you'd realise there was no audience left. But yeah, cool band. What about you, Pete? I tell you what, I was listening on the radio the other day, there was a Steve Miller Band song came on, and it was such a rip-off of Lynyrd Skynyrd's Sweet Home Alabama, but whether it, maybe it was the other way around, maybe they ripped off Steve Miller, but I can't remember the name of the song, but I remember thinking of it, you could literally sing Sweet Home Alabama over the top of the song.
Yeah, but that's a lot of songs, man. That's a lot of songs. That Sweet Home Alabama solo is a bit strange as well for me. There's there's major minor stuff that doesn't really work.
You don't like the solo,
so we got Punk Power is tons of small guitar like mine, and what can help inspire
got to be honest with you,
very much
I find what that huge interesting thing. What YouTube doesn't need often. So if you are going to try and do your thing, I really don't think YouTube needs another guy going, yeah, I'm going to demo this pedal and tell you what I think of it. It's just, you've got to come up. The John Mayer thing on Sunday. What do you call it?
Current mood.
Yeah. Where he does it with a comedian.
Yeah.
And so it's a really different. I suppose it's not really a guitar channel, that one, is it? It's a bit of a.
No, it's just him doing stuff, but that's people watch it, you know.
Anyway,
here we go. Taylor Green, thank you very much, man. You guys. We are on the
M40. Does anybody know the M40? It's one of my favourite M roads. How about you, Pete?
Sorry guys, I've got O2 and their shit.
Is so bad. Anyway, we were just saying
M40 has the worst signal. That is correct.
O2 I'm on rubbish. EE and I've got full maximum 4G signal.
So if anybody from EE is
I've got a dirty look from a man in a Vauxhall Astra. Vauxhall Vectra.
KA05.
Don't read it out. No. Don't read the number plate out. We'll get in trouble.
Yeah. Best song to get you started your guitar job, I would say Hotel California.
Best song to do what, sorry?
To get your guitar jobs started.
That's a good question.
Smoke in the water.
No. What do you mean? Do you mean to like warm up to get yourself kind of going, or do you mean to like if you're an entry-level guitar player, best song to jam over? What do you mean?
I say Red Wine.
What, by UB40? Is that your?
Thank you, Albert. No, just I don't know.
Been nice
I'm not
to
sure. I'm not sure I understand it. Okay, if you're stuck on an island, which one amp, one guitar, and one pedal would it be?
Has the island got mains power? Just need to know this before we, because otherwise.
Well, then you just get you'll get a looper pedal for sure, right? A Telecaster, a looper pedal, and then a little Blues Junior. You could do that.
No, if I was on a desert island that no one else did, I'd have the loudest amp. Because I could just play at maximum volume, and I'd have a really long guitar cable so I can stand on the other side of the island.
Then you just get a Katana Air with a wireless.
Long guitar cable so I can stand on the other side of the island.
Then you just get a Katana Air with a wireless one.
I would have I'd probably have. What's the one Marcus King was saying? Like the Super Reverb. We need to get a Super Reverb for the
410 Super Reverb.
He says that's the best. He says in an interview on Music Radar, he said, if you want to hear what your guitar actually sounds like, that's the best guitar amp you can buy.
I tend to agree. Malmsteen Slee.
I don't know that's... I mean, I would love to do that interview, because I think it could be hilarious.
Raging bassist.
Thank you. But I don't know if Ingve must be bored to tears of doing guitar-based interviews.
It needs to be something else with him. We need to take him on a track day.
Something like that, don't we?
Yeah.
But I can't. You know, he's so unashamedly. What he was talking about his guitar album and how it was mixed and everything, and it's like he's just like, I'm not apologising for the fact that I'm just going to put myself the loudest, front and centre, biggest sound, maximum. It's just like, fair enough, Ingve. I do get it. It is, you know, it's ridiculous levels of playing ability, but there's no space. It's just like,
hit me in the face. Taylor, can you wave, please? How many fingers do you guys have?
4 and a thumb. How many have you got?
Where's your boys off to? We're going back to the shop. We've been to see Bernie Marston.
Yeah, dear old Bernie.
Lovely.
Bernie has just released the most beautiful book I've ever seen about guitars, and a big photographic sort of look at his whole guitar collection, and it's great. And so we went up there and we looked at the book and we played a lot of jolly nice guitars.
Oof. Somebody asked how many pairs of G-Stars I have. A couple.
How many G-strings have you got?
G-string, G-Star jeans. I would love some more of those.
Is that even I thought, is G-Star a cool brand, or is that
Yeah,
like
the Radar,
like a TK Maxx brand?
No, G-Star Radar fits me really, really well. Is that the Adam Best in yellow, or is it another Adam Best?
Adam Best, are you the Adam Best from West Side, or is it an Adam Best from somewhere else? And if you are the Adam Best from West Side, we need something that will make us know that it's really you. Like
what three pedals
what's your wife called? There we go. That's silence in the car. How does Lee know what Adam's wife is
Yes,
called?
it is me.
Come on, what's your wife called? And then we'll know. Or if you don't even want to put her name, just what letter does it begin with?
Oh, there's somebody, Jackson Cobalt.
That's like a string gauge.
No, he says, I am Lee Shoe Hookup. Might have fingers in many pies.
My shoe hookup.
Wow.
What, my Timberland shoe hookup. That's awesome. I do need some more stuff from you
Mrs.
soon.
Best, so it's not him. So
there we are, so it's not you.
Best wah pedal, I would say CAE.
Yes, so would I.
The MXR.
The Dunlop Audio Electronics.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That's my favourite one. Or the Mini Wah. The Dunlop Mini Wah, I think, sounds great.
No, I mean, you can probably... There's probably a lot of wahs that are good. Start with a standard, you know, Crybaby.
60 quid or whatever it is for a Dunlop wah.
Boom. You can't go wrong with that. The sun is bright on me today.
I won't let the sun go down on you.
And then use some Satchel.
No.
Nothing from Satchel.
He has blanked us. He's blanked us like John Mayer blanked us for years, so we might have to enter into stalk mode and hunt him down like the dog that he is.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
3-part harmonies. Hey, Stuart.
I think I just sung the same note as Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at harmonies.
What year is my telecast? 2013, 14.
12.
One of the two.
Oh, yours?
Yeah. 13 or 14.
I thought that was just a question. Somebody going, what year is my Telecaster? Yeah, better we're supposed to know.
Best overdrive distortion.
Did anybody come back to me about the big appendage thing and who they thought, is guilty?
Least driving and not driving.
Of that.
Somebody said Steve I. That's a...
So what? He's got it waving about all the time, or
he's allowed to wave it about.
Oh, he is allowed. Well, we decided earlier on Guthrie Govan was allowed to.
Luke James.
But then I think you've got other guitar players like Steve Lukather, who absolutely everybody knows what he's packing. But
he's
just
got the.
I'll just give you a glimpse.
I'll just take it out really quick and then put it back away.
But you're still like,
cheese or chocolate?
That's the best question ever. Cheese. What cheese?
Cheese.
Which cheese though?
Nothing mouldy.
You don't
like a Somerset Brie.
Oh.
Somerset Brie.
No, I'm the mouldier the better. Roquefort. there was a cheese that I had called Old Leal.
Who's the guy in the back? A farmer.
Who's the guy in the back?
Informer.
Is there someone in the back?
Oh, farmer! Do you think ignitor tweeter is okay for home use, or is it too loud? I mean, anything is home. It's a good trick. If you've got an amp and you think it's too loud for home, there's two things you can do. JHS does a little box called, I think it's called a loud box or something. And you put that in the effects loop, and it'll act like a master for your amp. So it's great for Hot Rod Deluxe.
You're right.
There's a police on the bridge there.
Is he watching us on YouTube?
He probably is.
Is he got a question?
The second thing you can do is if you put a boost pedal, an overdrive pedal, in front of your amp, use the volume on that pedal to turn the overall volume down of your amp.
I would say
that's what I do.
The Ignited Tweak is a 15 watt valve amplifier.
Super reverb.
So it is absolutely only going to be suitable for home use up to about number 2 on the volume, maybe even less than that, 1 or 2 on the volume. And then I guess you've just got to decide, does any valve amp sound great? It probably sounds okay, but I wouldn't say it's any better or worse than...
No, valve amp needs to be loud.
I mean, I think if you genuinely... The guy from Rift Amplifiers summed it up. This is a guy who makes his living out of making and selling valve amplifiers. So he is entirely vested in you buying a valve amplifier. And we asked him, what's the best amplifier to use for low volume home use stuff? And he said, a modelling one.
Yeah. There you go.
So there you are.
Buy it, or like a Katana, or Fender
Vox Audio, any of that kind
anything
of
like that stuff. Kemper. What do you think of Trainer without calls amp?
Never tried them. Trainer's a Canadian company, Trainer, did you know that? Megan Trainer.
Megan Trainer.
Sing
Use
her,
an Oxbox,
sing her big hit.
It's all about the bass.
No.
All the bass.
No, I like the other one.
Treble.
I like the... what's the one? I said no, you know. Can I have your number? No, or something. Anyway.
Oh, the one that sounds like Ollie Murs.
Does it?
Yeah.
Ollie Murs. What's your favourite Ollie Murs album?
That one.
I couldn't tell you, but I think he seems like a nice guy.
He's a lovely guy because I did play with him. Oh, yeah, clanging and so I did do some of those.
What,
things.
when you played with him?
Yeah, I always played with everyone. Favorite up and coming artists? God, I don't have time, man. Unfortunately, there's so many great.
Who is up? I might say a name and they might go, I'm not up and coming anymore.
Yeah,
I've been around for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I did really enjoy. You've not seen this video yet, but we had a lady on the other day called Ariel, who certainly isn't new, but she's relatively new. I thought she was very cool. And who else do we like? Or who else do I like?
You like John Mayer?
Yeah, he's my favourite up and coming artist. I just wish he'd up and come to Andertons.
Yeah. Well, hello there.
Who's got tickets for John Mayer, by the way? In fact, who can sort us out with tickets? Because we missed the priority O2 launch yesterday morning.
Chris Buck.
We're going to have to log in tomorrow morning and try and get some for London. But if you're watching and you go, oh, I work for O2 or John Mayer or anyone else that can get us special tickets, can you private message us, please, somehow?
There's a lot about the tube expander and the aux box, and we've got the aux box. That's great. We are looking forward to getting a tube expander in and maybe come.
You know what? It's all on paper. Tube expander kicks aux box's ass, but it's all going to turn out. What does it sound like?
Feature-wise,
yeah,
I'd say, for me, it looks like the interface on the aux box and the aux microphone stimulation, all that stuff seem much easier to use, much more intuitive, and perhaps it'll sound better. But the tube expander's got some better features, like an effect.
What is it with Boss? Why is it that the sort of the user interface on Boss stuff always feels a bit clunky, doesn't it? But
John Mayer, most overrated guitarist.
Oh, no, he's
there we go.
Yawn Boston.
Yeah. Eric Clapton.
He's nothing like his overrated. I'm telling you now.
That's not what your mum said.
No, that's true. She loves you. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it that John Mayer is overrated. He's a great guitar player. It might not be your. I don't agree with this whole thing.
He's one of those guys that but he only takes the tip out and then he shows you the tip. And then
great.
You just see the outlining in the pants.
Anyway, oh, it's a nice car. Is that new Range Rover?
Vela.
The Vela.
Yeah, but it's mind you, when you're driving in to upgrade to that, it would like go.
You mean a bad hairdresser?
No, not even that. Not even that. It would just be.
Sorry to any hairdressers watching.
Yeah.
You know. especially mine, watching. When I go to this Satriani, I just don't.
Everybody plays like it.
It's just like he's not. He does the thing that he does about as good as.
You see, there's so many great guitar players out there, right?
Is BB King overrated then? You know, it's like.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying, you know, like how can someone be overrated just because they don't do solos that are 10 million miles an hour?
You have to remember. So Clapton and John Mayer, they both write hits. Wonderful Tonight. You know, that's not just a guitar player that's writing a song. That's a songwriter that's writing a song. It's not just that blues and and where you fiddle away. But that respectful to that. But to write a song like Daughters or something with the lyrics and the whole thing it means. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, everyone's switched.
John Mayer, no feel.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Martin, we'll check your videos out.
You're totally right. He's got no feel.
It's not what Jennifer Aniston said.
That's true. He copped a feel big time there, didn't he? Anyway, come on. Stop talking about John Mayer. Talk about someone else.
Captain meets Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
What might happen if Lee crashes the car.
From beyond the grave.
Matteo Sato would love to have him on because I think he's really, really cool. Great guitar player.
Lovely player. Really lovely player. Well, he got a good gig recently as well, didn't he? Who did
Tori Amos.
Tori Amos.
Is it? Yeah.
No, maybe no, that's not right.
Tori.
A different Tori.
A different Tori. Come on. Oh God.
Yeah, not Tori.
Not Tori Amos.
A different one. But he got. I remember him saying who the gig was. Kelly Tori Amos. Kelly.
I can't remember.
Whatever.
Andy Summers. I love Andy Summers. Upgrade Squire neck and pickups. Buy a vintage or a Harley Benson straps. Buy a vintage guitar if you got the money. Buy a vintage guitar.
I didn't understand the question.
John Mayer versus Pete hot dog eating contest.
I don't know who would win that. I mean, it's.
But you probably watch it in slow motion.
I suspect John Mayer.
Tori Kelly.
That's
Tori Kelly. Well, people just want to see that in slow motion.
Eating each other's hot dog. Oh. Anyway, there's a lot of Range Rovers on the road here. Do you still like the Vogue, or do you not like the Vogue? Is that like the ultimate?
No, that is.
Is that a farmer's car?
That's Victoria Beckham's car. No,
that's
a farmer's car. Yeah, that is the Evoque.
No, it's not. Oh, the one in front is.
Yeah, the other one is. But it might be the Evoque version of it. The Range Rover needs to be full of mud.
Let's talk about cars.
Keith Richards. Pete, what's your favourite food of all time? Pizza.
Indian.
I love pizza.
Or pizza.
Pizza's great.
Or spaghetti bolognese. Or
bolognese.
Roast dinner.
Yeah, but it's one.
Can't do it.
Captain meets Keith Richards. That would
be amazing, wouldn't it? Absolutely amazing. I saw him do a cool interview.
Pete says gross. This guy Chris, he's got it going on. He's fishing for some.
What is he now saying?
Pizza's gross.
Pizza.
Favorite car ever? Ask Jeremy Clarkson.
My favourite car ever. What a great shout. I'm not a big car head, but I'd have to say I loved the one that Magnum used to drive in Magnum PI.
308 Ferrari.
Yeah.
GTO.
He looked cool in that.
Yeah.
Or the ones that James Bond drives. Aston Martin
DB5.
5 or something. You're more of a car head than me. What's your favourite car?
Probably a Mercedes Pagoda or something.
What are you having, Tay-Tay?
Yeah. We talked about this last
Tay-Tay
time,
just wants anything big with big bull horns on the front that he can drive around South Africa just charging through things, killing wildebeest.
Yeah, like a big Range Rover. Range Rover Discovery
with a barbecue on the back.
The new Range Rover Discovery is lovely. Stevie T. We can do that.
Steve Turberry, got a massive YouTube channel, hasn't he? Kind of funny guy. Plays a lot of shreddy music. Probably not my cup of tea, but he's a good player.
Mercedes Pullman, yeah, that's 600 Pullman.
Is it? I've never heard. What's that then?
It's just a big limousine, like a 6-litre massive beast. Oh, really?
You can talk about MP's reject amendment calling for second referendum.
What have we done now? We've rejected a second referendum. What does that even mean
MP's
anymore?
reject amendment calling for a second Brexit referendum.
Oh, they are calling for a
No,
second
they've,
Brexit.
but they've rejected it. They've rejected the amendment calling for a second.
Okay.
Oh man,
What's going on?
I'm so bored of Brexit. Can we all just decide on something? Pete and I talk about this every morning,
Yeah.
and it's so boring now.
Then it says below, MPs have rejected an amendment to delay Brexit in order to stage a second referendum.
Whoa!
Oh, so they
Yeah,
won
but
the second
they're not
referendum
going
then.
to organise a referendum in the next 2 weeks, are they?
Oh, they can do.
And
They
what?
just go, there's going to be a referendum tomorrow. And everybody has to go and vote.
Yeah, but you've got to print the cards and set up the polling
Well,
stations.
surely,
You can't
surely
do that in a
it is,
week.
but it's spent 60 billion already. They could probably
Probably.
spend another billion on
Anyway.
all this stupid shit.
I'm going to live in Australia.
What car does the captain drive? He drives a Porsche hairdresser.
It's a Porsche Cayenne. KNS. The S is important because it makes it go faster.
Yes, but it's still a diesel, isn't
Is
it?
it a Cayenne? It is a diesel. Yeah, I need
Jared
to change
Dines.
it. I want. Jared's cool. We've met Jared. I've met Jared a couple of times at NAM shows. He is cool.
He's
I
wicked.
like him. And
Yeah.
Rob Scallon. And in fact, all those guys, Fluff. Every time I've met them, I've always been really
Captain
lovely
meets
guys.
Brexit.
Captain meets Theresa May.
Brexit
What are you
equals
doing?
freedom. Freedom from what?
No, don't. Just keep
Let's-
going. Let's
let's not
just
go
go
there.
back to talking about John Mayer rather.
Paul Davis, we did meet at NAM. He's such a lovely guy.
Lovely guy.
And if he's ever over, we would love to have him on.
He
PewDiePie lives.
promised he would come over.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Then he,
David-
he's a bit of a tease, isn't he? He promised, but now
He
he's
promised,
not
but
going
he's
to.
never coming. Yeah.
No, he's very cool. He's very cool. I find his voice and maybe his face slightly hypnotic. It's like he does this
Yeah,
like
he-
super 4K, like what do you call it when people do? Is it
It's 60 frames.
What's
it makes
that?
it makes it like so unreal.
What's that type of video that you listen to help you go to sleep? Is it or like help you relax? Is it ASM or no? That's something else, isn't it?
I just put on the news and then
or
fall
something
asleep.
like that, and then I just find his voice to be sort of hypnotic.
Favorite on your thoughts on an EP booster?
I had an EP booster for
ASMR.
years. That's it, ASMR. I had an EP booster for years and really, really liked it. And I think I only really stopped using it when I got the Dane and realised the boost side of the Dane sounded very similar.
Okay, there's somebody who asked me to say his name. Are you ready?
Yes.
Dick. Dick Cannon. That's his name.
Dick Cannon, that's the
That's the best name ever. If that's a real
It's
name.
not your real name.
Well
It's
done,
the best
your parents,
name
for
ever.
naming you Dick Cannon.
Ah, it's like Rod Steele. Hi, I'm Rod Steele, and I'm Dick Cannon.
David Gilmour. We'd love to have him on.
David Gilmour burning his entire guitar collection to give the money to charity.
Respect.
I would have kept the one that I played on Dark Side of the Moon. I would have kept that one, even though it may be the most valuable one. Now what?
They're talking about what would the Brexit pedal be? Actually, Stuart Tate, that's on here. He did make a pedal called the Brexit something. And so he's made a Brexit already, but somebody says, what would the Brexit pedal be? A delay pedal.
In fairness, we should just do that. Make a delay pedal and just call it
Brexit. Ibanez with a Bixby. Well, there might be one. There probably
There
will
are
be.
loads of the Artcore series are Ibanez guitars with Bixby's on them. So I'm confused. What does that even mean?
I don't know what it means.
What does it mean? What have you done for me?
Captain meets the Irish border. Mila. Hello, Italy.
All it will have is lots of settings that no one can agree on.
Are you responsible? Somebody asked me if I'm responsible for the riff intro to Love Machine. I'm. Well, if you pay for it, yeah, then
fine, I will. I'll just.
Here we go. Captain meets poor signal.
Exactly.
It's O2. I'm telling you, O2 is good where I live, and that's about it. In Guildford, it's shocking.
EE has got great coverage, and I'm not sponsored by EE anyway. But if you're watching,
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Do you know, I think I've done that about 20 times now. You know, if you're watching to a different brand, never once.
Never.
Apart from I got Timberland. Well, Timberland hooked me up with some stuff.
He's on there. That's
Yeah, so I should give them a shout out. But that's it. I've never had any free booze. I'd like free booze. That would really help.
free booze. Can you gent on the ukulele probably?
Yeah.
David Townsend would love to have him on.
Devin, yeah, we would. Although again,
Working on it.
I've not really got into his music, but he seems cool. Dan and him always seem to have a riot whenever they get together.
Yeah, please play. I packed a man bag. Hello, where are you going? We're going back to the shop.
Where are you going? We're going back to Guildford. We're just about to hit the M25.
Yeah.
And going past a big Waitrose building on our left-hand side.
Band for a Grand featuring John Mayer.
We need to do band for £5
That's a great idea.
It's a great
Band for
idea.
a Grand.
He'd be amazing on like a £99 guitar.
Yep. Captain meets Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Captain meets Minecraft. Can you shout me out? Finn!
Don't shout him out, otherwise that'll just be it. There'll be like 300, can you shout me out? And the whole journey home will just be
I'm not going to shout anyone
out.
Captain meets Michael Jackson. There we go.
What was that video that you showed me this morning?
Yeah, that's on my
bad.
phone.
It wasn't that kind of video, by the way. It was just someone taking the mickey out.
Did you like Greater Fun Fleet?
Yes, I really do. Fun enough, when you said what's my favourite up-and-coming band, I nearly said them, but now I just thought, I like
it as well, but is it not just
I'm totally down with the idea that, look, there was some great music written in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. Led Zeppelin will be right up to some of the best of it. But if you're 18 now, how are you supposed to relate to a band where one of them's dead and the other are the same age as your grandparents? You can't. You have to have a young cool band. It doesn't matter. Young cool band. It doesn't matter if they're influenced by Zeppelin. It wouldn't even matter if all they did was cover Zeppelin songs. If they, that's what that gives you something to relate to as a young person and to go, oh, yeah, they're cool. So I think it would be awesome to just for young bands to just go, yeah, that's what I love, this music from the 70s. I'm just going to be inspired by that.
But hopefully they'll also inspire them to go back and listen to the OG, right?
The OG.
The original. The original. It's like they were the original. If you listen to Greater Fun Fleet, you go, I really like this, but they only done two. I don't know how many albums they've done. Go back and listen to Led Zeppelin, man.
Yeah.
Just put the old albums on. It's a whole different end. They drank and they did stuff that people don't do today.
Well,
people are vegans that drink water, that go to the gym.
Doing
yes, but it was all that time. Now people go to the gym and they drink water and they're all vegans, they don't eat meat. And back then they'll eat and drink and smoke and do anything they wanted.
Dying.
Yes, but hey, but they lived fast and they died young. But man, the stuff that they came out with, Jimi Hendrix, all the people who died in the 26 Club or whatever it is, 27 Club, they all went for it, man.
Yeah, but what are we saying?
They're all icons today. I'm not saying people to go and do drugs because it's great, because it's not, right? But I'm saying that was a different time. We are in a different time now. So Greater Fun Fleet is great for now, But hopefully people will still go back and listen to the Doors and Jimi Hendrix, man. And I bet you, kids would still find Jimi Hendrix now. All of a sudden, what is this, man? And it's Jimi Hendrix. Go, F me. This is just, I didn't know this was Stevie Ray Vaughan, all of these cats, man. Because now everybody plays like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I should just say, given that this is on the official Andertons YouTube channel, don't do drugs, kids.
I'm not saying.
You don't even like it when people smoke.
No, and I don't smoke, and never have smoked in my life. I've never smoked. I haven't, because I don't do that, because it was never appealing to me. But it was okay for me.
I know what you're saying. Anyway, that's my view is that it's totally cool.
Beer or wine? Wine.
Whiskey. Do you know what? I'm going to shout out now. So I've always drunk a bit of whiskey, but I used to like the blends more than the single malt. So I used to drink Johnny Walker, and I found this great Japanese one, Hibiku, don't even know how you pronounce it. But then more recently, I have started getting into the malts, and I think the single malts. I think I need to explore more. Sorry, okay, yeah, fine. Let's just go back to talking about John Mayer. Keep you awake.
No.
Anyway, shout outs and names, or if you work for a whiskey company, send me some free stuff. Captain Meets Phil Collins is from Def Leppard or from Genesis.
Try Old Band whiskey. Old Band.
Ever
tried German beer? Well, I toured in Germany for years, so yes, I have been drank.
Where's the best beer in the world you've ever drunk?
I think the England, right? So it's something to do with the water, the water they take from. You know, they use the water from wherever they make the beers. And apparently Greenland has got the cleanest, purest water source in the world. Don't get me wrong.
Is it like, well, it's because it's like probably 10 million year old ice.
And it's just, yeah, so it's clean and clear. So
like
they've got a Carlsberg brewery up there, Tuborg, I can't remember. But that was probably the best beer I've ever tasted because it was so, it's like drinking, you know, you can taste water when it's just completely.
Is Carlsberg Danish beer?
Yes.
I knew Tuborg was.
Tuborg, Carlsberg is, but
I'm getting
it was
confused.
just really nice. They're both.
I was thinking Heineken, but that's Dutch, isn't it?
Portuguese wine.
I drunk Czech beer in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And I think I wasn't in Prague, I was in Brno. And so they have Staropramen is apparently the sort of, you know, brewery of Prague. And then so they had Staro Brno, which is like brewery of Brno. And so you're drinking Czech beer like 100 yards away from where it's made.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness me, that was good beer.
I had Guinness off the big thing in the Guinness factory.
Is that good Guinness?
Straight out of the thing. I don't like Guinness, but it was straight out of the. They went literally.
Is anyone watching? There's no comments coming through anymore. Is this weird thing it did the other day when no comments came through?
It kind of stops and then you just click.
Oh, here we go. There they go. Right, questions. What was that?
How good is the Katana 50? It's great. For 180 quid.
I will get shot by all our other suppliers for saying so, but it's the best one at the moment if that's your budget.
Yeah. Ever been to Austria? Yes.
No. Yes, I have. I lied. I went to Vienna and it was a beautiful city. Beautiful city. And a great song about it as well. It means nothing to me. Vienna. Any other songs that you'd like me to sing, BTs? Are they the only songs I seem to remember the words for? Rockbusters probably isn't coming back, but there is a different series on the JustinGuitar.com channel of me getting some lessons from Justin.
But we might do some different things coming up where just to try something different, some different lessons.
But tuitional.
Yeah, you know.
Yes, we might.
Have you been to Alabama?
No, I'm confused.
I think, have I been to Alabama?
Are we still on the M40? But we're on the M25.
We'll be on the M40 still, but you need to be in that lane.
You're right. I thought we were on the M25. What time is it? Oh, sorry, it's M26.
Captain's still a big Sambora fan. Yes, we were listening to it on the way in the
I
car.
forced them all to listen to virtually the whole of Slippery When Wet on the way up. And I was
so
loving it, and Pete, you could see his face was just
I like it. I don't hate it. I like it a lot, but there's something about the sound of the recording that is not enticing to my ears. It's very metally and all the time. I like softer sounds. Have you ever been to played in Kansas or been to Kansas? Have I been?
Yeah, I went there once and I got caught up in a massive tornado, and when I woke up the other day I was really surrounded by this yellow brick road and a tin man. It was really weird.
What was the tin man doing to you? With his tin can. Tin can man has got a tin can.
What's the next question, Pete?
What's the purpose for the road trips? We've been to Bernie Marsden.
We went to see Bernie Marsden.
Are you stopping up at the Cobham services? Probably not. It's
Cobham, no, we're on the wrong side of the A3 for common services. Sorry. Why is that anyway? Do you work there? I know, but we won't go around that
Kansas
far.
had a tornado recently.
Who did?
Kansas.
Yeah, they did. Was it Kansas had the massive tornado? Lots of like 25 people died or something.
YMCA.
Great.
335 versus 339. Well, that depends on the size of your frame, I think.
It is entirely that. They are the same guitar, one designed for big people, one designed for small people.
Punk, if you like that pedal show.
Punk. Why is this man in front of me doing? Oh, we nearly all died there as a guy came.
And that's the Martin. Get out of the way!
I know. I don't know why. Why
Just
are we?
flash him.
Oh no, it's fine. We are actually in a 50 speed limit, so he is the only one not.
No, here you go.
speed.
He's going.
Oh man, make your mind up.
Making your mind up.
Mother.
Wah. What's the Eventide stuff like? The Eventide stuff is good. It's really good.
A lot of the pro guys use the Eventide stuff, and I sort of always found it a bit sort of. I don't really want to have an effects unit that I need to get my iPad out every time I want to.
You don't have to.
Do it. Well, you do.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
You can't do it from the screen. It's too fiddly.
Well, you can. But you don't. Captain meets Mark Knopfler. Yeah, please.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? I think I've
Thank you very
tried
much,
to
Isaac.
get in touch with him a couple of times, had no reply. So,
Saturday night
M25
fever.
does not look good. I'm going to get in trouble with my wife, as I bet I can't now pick our daughter up from the Rainbows Club. Oh no. Come on, M25, just be a little bit of a snaggle, don't be a big one.
Why are those Vemuram pedals so damn expensive? Because,
To make you talk about them.
and yeah, people still buy them, so.
I honestly do believe that the worst thing Vemuram could do is make their pedals more affordable.
Baby.
Because then everyone would stop talking about them. They just become the same as everything else.
Exactly.
So I think it's clever marketing. They're great pedals, but I think it's clever marketing. Really expensive. It's like Rolex watches or whatever. You know, it's like they're status symbol pedals.
Yeah,
They're
like the example.
oh yeah,
Like
I've got
Porsche,
the,
like Porsche Carrier.
exactly like Porsche Carrier.
But then you go, I'll have the diesel version because, you know, instead of just going for the turbo.
You're right.
So,
Pete's getting a new guitar tomorrow.
am I?
Don't know. Are you?
I don't know, maybe. That's Mick Taylor's car.
Which one?
He's got one of those.
What, the Ford Fiesta?
No, the
Oh, the Mini.
yeah.
It's cool. I like them. I really like them. I like the bigger one.
You just keep confirming my my.
I like the bigger one. Is it called? That's the Clubman, isn't it? What's the bigger one?
Yeah, the Countryman.
Maybe.
The Countryman.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably the right name for me as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 1958 Les Paul vintage. Well, the new 59. We played one of those new 59 Gibsons today.
60th anniversary.
60th anniversary. Oh, that's
It's
nice,
actually
man.
in the boot.
It's actually in the boot,
Next
yeah.
to the Dead Prostitute.
And I tell you what, it
Did I
almost.
say that?
If I was trying to get it in. This is a Porsche, right? It's a big 4x4, and I'm trying to get this Gibson case in, and you can't push it in this way. I had to take everything out and go, and then I could squeeze it down.
It's the box of shampoo in the back that you need to move around.
I'm selling my hairdress. Hair combs out the back. Can I have it? No.
Oh, you can buy it. I think
you?
it's going to be for sale when we get it back to the store. But,
Is it?
But you can't.
Oh, they're like $6,000 now. Is it?
5299.
There's an amp and pedal. I mean.
Didn't we do this like
Yeah,
half an hour
but
ago?
anyway, I mean, if you get a Boss Katana with you, it'll absolutely last forever. You don't have to take tubes in it, and then get a looper pedal, and then you can play with yourself on
It's
this.
so practical.
You got overdrive in
You're
there.
taking into account on a desert island that there might not be anybody there to repair your amplifier, and then that's why you can't have a valve one. I think in the spirit of desert island doesn't actually mean you're on a desert island. It just means it's the only amp that you're allowed to have.
Well,
I wouldn't have a Boss Katana if it was the only amp. If you could have anything you liked.
No, but if I'm going on an island.
If you're going on an island, then the most practical amp that you could have would be the biggest thing, so you could sleep in it when it rained.
I'll build something, man. You know me. I'll just build a house.
Funny. I'd have a floating amp so that I could float to a different island.
Yeah, but you know what happened. You've got a whole ring of, you have to come over the waves out there, and it's not going to work.
No, you're right.
There's no electricity on the island. Well, then you'll take an acoustic guitar.
That is the
Because there's no point in taking an amp then.
What's your favourite acoustic guitar in the world, Pete?
Probably, I've got an OM28V Martin, but I would love to have a D18.
Just a plain old D18?
Yes, it's a blipping great guitar.
Blipping great guitar.
It is a great guitar.
We
have one in the shop and it's awesome.
I'd get so bored, I think, if all I could play would be the acoustic guitar forever and ever.
Marmite, no thank you.
Oh, Marmite's the best. I have Marmite almost every morning.
But you know what I will eat? I'll eat licorice with salt.
Yeah, you
on
have
it.
salty licorice, don't you?
Yeah, peppery licorice with salt on it instead.
Very Danish. Yeah, I like that bacon stuff you had the other day, though. That was nice.
Bacon licorice.
No, like a Danish version of a pepperoni. Like
that was the
skinnier.
Polish one.
That was Polish, was it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But a sausage is a sausage. Or is it? Not if you're vegan.
Is it?
Martin or Taylor?
Martin
for me. It's much more traditional and I like it.
But that said, both great guitars.
No, this is the thing. People like Porsche Cayennes, and some people like Audi Q7s. And
it's like
you look exactly the same
Martin,
too, but
Martin versus Taylor is a bit like PRS versus Gibson.
Yeah, PC versus Mac.
Both,
I've got an
both
iPhone.
Great brands. You just got to go with what your heart tells you.
I had an 814 CE, and I had the nylon string. I think it was a 714 concerto or something. And I had that when I did.
Go on, do it now.
Il Divo tour. And you know what? They were great, man. They got great guitars to take on the road. Real leather jackets. No, they're Fox.
No, mine's real.
Mine's real.
Mine is made of. Mine is actually Puma, black Puma. I shot it myself and made a jacket out of it.
Best $1,000 for guitar with the P90s in it.
Is there a $1,000 guitar with P? Oh,
With a Chapman one.
I'm just about to say we can plug Chapman guitars there, can't we? There is a really cool semi-hollow sort of Telecaster shape.
That guitar, I need to try that guitar out, man.
It's due in any day now.
Yeah, I want to try that guitar.
Or what else would be good with P90s on it?
How much is
Les
the Gibson
Paul?
SG? The little new Gibson SG with P90s, are they less than 1,000?
That's true.
Are they?
Is there an SG with P90s on?
Yeah, the one that's the blue one. It's like color blue or something.
Yeah, cool. A little bit about that kind of dough.
Oil Pulsar versus Marmite. I'll take Oil Pulsar any day.
What is it?
It's red sausages. Meteora. I love that Fender Meteora. Meteora. Is that the? That's a 330, man. At 330, but that's much more than £1,000. Oh, you can get You can get the Epiphone with the P90s on it.
Casino.
See, that's 450 quid. That's a great guitar for the money.
Very different vibe though. A totally hollow guitar with P90s on them is going to be much more jangly than a solid guitar with any kind of center block or solid guitar with P90s on.
Fender Powercaster. I'm looking forward to getting those in.
What's a Powercaster?
That's the one that's a bit funky that we own some of them.
The one is the.
Thank you, Frank.
Cheers, Frank. Is the 66. What was the one that's the one where you look at it and go, that's cool, but there's something weird about it, and then they go, it's a shrunk Jazzmaster body. You go, whoa, that's double cool. So that's what I'm looking for.
Frank is asking, I'm new to improvisation in a 1-4-5 progression when the chords are changing.
We've lost your question, Frank.
Okay,
The reception is that.
Frank.
Okay,
Frank
asked.
Yes, about a pentatonic scale when you're playing a blues.
Over a 1-4-5, do you need to change the scale that you're playing as the chords change? No.
But here's the kicker.
Here's
the kicker. Or that people think they need to know all of this theory. And theory is good to know, and it's great. But loop something or get some backing tracks and then play and learn from your mistakes.
Can we pause us for a minute here? We'll be going away for a minute, everybody.
I don't know if I can.
I don't think